After everything they went through, should she go back to her ex-husband or give another man a chance? After everything that happened between him and his first wife, the man was completely confused and heartbroken. His wife kept begging him for forgiveness and asking him to come back home, but he didn't know what to do. Eventually, he decided to go home and face everything. When he arrived, he discovered that his house door had been broken. He wasn't even sure if everything inside was safe. He was exhausted, confused, and emotionally drained. After sitting there for a long time, he finally called his older brother and asked him to come and help fix the door. The next morning, he prepared himself and went back to work. When his employees saw him, they were surprised. "Where have you been? It's been almost a week since you've come to work." He sighed and said, "It's a long story." One of them noticed his injured hand and asked, "What happened to your hand? Were you sick?" "Nothing happened," he replied. After work, he went back home. His wife was there, but the two of them barely spoke. He couldn't eat properly. He was in so much emotional pain that he eventually became tired of staying in the house. One day, he decided to take a walk. While walking down the street, he saw a beautiful woman. She noticed immediately that he looked sad. "What's wrong with you?" she asked. "Why do you look so sad? You're not even smiling." "I'm just trying to gather my thoughts," he replied. "My name is Anita. Nice to meet you." "Nice to meet you too," he said, before walking away. As he continued walking, he thought to himself, "That woman seems nice. It's hard to meet genuinely nice people these days." When he returned home, he found his wife sitting in a chair. "My husband, please forgive me. Can we please talk about what happened?" He looked at her and said, "I have nothing to say to you." The next day he went back to work. Still feeling lonely and confused, he called to check on his son, Hassan. "How is Hassan doing?" "He's doing fine. He's at school. I'm going to pick him up at 2 o'clock. Can I see him weekend?" "Of course. You can come and see him. He wants to see you." That weekend, the father spent time with his son. However, he was told that he could not stay at the house. "I know you want to spend time with your son," he was told, "but you need to stay at a hotel. Whenever you want to see him, we can bring him to you." After spending time with his son, he got into his car and began driving home. Then he saw Anita again. "Hey, hi." "Hi," he replied. "How do I know you?" She smiled. "Yes, I remember you. You were the man who told me you were very sad and unhappy." "Oh, yes, I remember." "Where are you going?" he asked. "I'm looking for a job. I've been searching for a year, but I haven't found one yet." He thought for a moment. "There's a company that's hiring. I think you should apply there." "Really? Thank you so much." 2 days later, Anita was called for an interview. She got the job, but there was one thing she didn't know. The man who owned the company was her new boss, and he was also Bikulo's ex-husband. As they worked together, they became closer and closer. They went out to dinner, attended meetings together, and spent more time with each other. Slowly, they began developing feelings. Meanwhile, his wife was at home, calling him and crying. "My husband, please come home. What happened to you?" She had no job, no friends in town, and no family nearby. She felt completely alone. For 2 years, her husband had barely spoken to her. She began wondering, is he seeing another woman? What is really going on? One night, when he finally came home, she confronted him. "Are you cheating on me?" "No," he answered. "I'm not cheating on you. I have always been honest with you, but I am seeing someone else, and very soon I'm going to a village to meet her family and pay the bride price." She was shocked. "You're marrying another woman?" "Yes, I have found someone who understands me and can take care of me as a man." She was devastated. "After everything you did to me, I will never forgive you, but I will keep the promise I made to your father. You can still remain my wife, but I will never forgive what happened." She became angry. "If you marry her, I'm going to kill her." He immediately responded, "Don't threaten her. If you try to hurt her, I will stop you myself. This time, you have to make a choice. You can go back to your village or you can stay here. If you stay, I will take care of you and keep the promise I made to your father." After realizing that she had nowhere else to go, she finally agreed to stay. "Fine, but that woman better not disrespect me." Don't worry, he said. She won't bother you, and you won't even have to see her. 3 months later, he traveled to Anita's village and paid the bride price for her family. One weekend, he came to pick up his son, Hassan. When Hassan returned home, he was excited. Mom, I had so much fun. Dad has a new wife, and she's very nice. I even spent time at her house. His mother tried to remain calm. Oh, that's nice. She wasn't surprised. Your father has always been like this. I would be more surprised if he didn't have another wife. Later, when the father came to drop Hassan off, he told his former wife the news. I just want you to know that I married my second wife. She smiled. Congratulations. I'm happy for you. I wish things had turned out differently, he said, but I had to do it. She's a very good woman. That's great. I'm truly happy for you. Then he asked, how is your work at the restaurant? It's going well. I'm really enjoying it. He paused before asking another question. Are you seeing someone? She immediately became defensive. That's no longer your business. Whether I'm seeing someone or not has nothing to do with you. Why are you asking? I'm just asking. She shook her head. We are not friends anymore. We don't talk about each other's personal lives. The only thing we have in common now is our son. As long as Hassan is doing well, that's what matters. I agree with you 100%. But deep inside, she was thinking about everything that had happened. After everything I did for this man, did I really deserve this? She wondered why he kept marrying different women. I thought marriage was supposed to be for better or worse. Why do people get married if they are just going to hurt each other and look for someone else? Meanwhile, she continued working hard at the restaurant. One day, a handsome and well-dressed man came into the restaurant. He appeared wealthy and confident. She approached his table. Good evening, sir. Welcome to our restaurant. How are you? I'm fine, he replied. He ordered a drink and she brought it to him. After a few minutes, he looked at her. Would you like to sit down? I'd like to talk to you. Is there anything I can help you with, sir? I'd like to take you out on a date. I'd like to get to know you better. Immediately, she became uncomfortable. In her mind, she thought, here we go again. Another man coming into my life. I thought my ex-husband was a good man in the beginning, but look at what happened. I don't want to make the same mistake again. She wanted to tell him off, but she knew she had to remain professional because she needed her job. She smiled politely. With all due respect, after you finish your meal, I would appreciate it if you would leave. I'm not interested in dating you, and I don't want to discuss this anymore. She walked away and returned to the kitchen. A few minutes later, her ex-husband walked into the restaurant. Hi, how is Hassan doing? He's doing well. I need to talk to you. About what? Are you hungry? No, I've already eaten. He looked at her seriously. I think we made a mistake by separating. She stared at him. No matter who I marry, I still feel like you are the love of my life. I think we should get back together. She couldn't believe what she was hearing. What about your first wife? And what about your second wife? He answered, no matter who I marry, you will always be my queen. You will always be my first wife. Please come home. I miss you. She was furious inside. What is wrong with this man? One man is asking me out on a date, and now my ex-husband is standing here asking me to come back. God, please help me. But then she started thinking about Hassan. If I go back to his father, Hassan can grow up with his father. But what about the other man? He's single, and I don't know if he would be a good role model for my son. She didn't know what to do. After her ex-husband left, she went into the kitchen and told her co-workers everything. One of them asked her, so what are you going to do? Are you really thinking about going back to your ex-husband? Another said, why not give this new man a chance? Go on one date. Start fresh. You deserve to know what it feels like to be treated with love and respect, she sighed. I don't know this new man, but I know my ex-husband. He did everything for me except for one thing. He chose to marry another woman. She paused. Now I really don't know what to do. So what do you think? Should she go back to her ex-husband because he is the father of her son and she still knows him? Or should she give the new man a chance and start a completely new life with someone who may treat her with the love and respect she deserves? What would you do if you were in her position? Tell me your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, share and follow for more stories. Thank you for watching.